7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome to the Two-Headed Monster podcast. The question is, do you need more head? Two heads are better than one. And with the Two-Headed Monster podcast, you get two heads in one. So theoretically, we could be your other head. And then technically, you'd have three heads to help you win at life. Let's begin.
Were you just talking about giving head?
Not the whole time.
So hi guys.
Hey everybody.
Welcome to our first podcast ever, and also live stream on YouTube ever that is in a podcast environment. And so if we have a couple little technical issues, we're sorry about that. We have a 3-camera shoot going on because I thought it'd be cool, and I didn't really quite know what I was getting into. So we have a switcher over there, and we also have our friend over here who's going to be commenting because we don't have a screen and can't see comments anyhow. But I'm Victor, and this is Alicia.
And I'm Alicia, and I was actually really being good about not cutting you off.
You were being really good.
No,
about
I know.
not
I was
cutting me
thinking about it. In my head, I was going, oh, I want to say it. And then I was like, no.
Yeah, that's because
I always cut him off.
That's because we're the two-headed monster.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So this podcast is actually, we're calling it the
called the Two-Headed Monster.
Two-Headed Monster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really agree with that insightful person who did our voiceover introduction.
And who was that insightful person that did our voiceover?
It was me, and I'm very agreeable with myself. But the two-headed monster cannot be killed.
Right.
That's why we called it the two-headed monster. So if you want some head, if you need some more head,
if
you need more head, then I think you should get together with someone, whether it's a partner or your relationship, your significant other, and just, go after the same goal, because that super duo stuff really works. No, two heads are better than one.
They are better than one. I mean, we've been together, me and Alicia have been together since I was 21. Oh,
I don't know.
21 or 22, but forever. And we've been, in bands. I started touring when I was 14 in other bands, and I met her just shortly after that. It seemed like a long time after that, but in actuality, it was a short time after that. And we've been in bands and touring and working together.
Yeah, my mom's been your mom for almost as long as she's been my mom. That didn't sound good.
That didn't sound good at all. No, yeah. She's a great mom. Yeah. But so we've had our struggles with labels and not having labels, and now we've been actually doing well not being on a label, and we're going to kind of get into that and tell you how we do it. And maybe if you guys have opinions, please leave them in the comments and let us know, and let's work together and build something out of this, and we can get more head than just two heads, because
and if you don't have a head, if you don't have your other person that you're working on things with, then we'll be your head.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
And it's like two heads for the free price of one, because we're the two-headed monster. So literally, technically, you would have three heads. 3 heads,
yeah, and you can just get so much head. It's not even.
You can get so much head.
So much head.
Anyway, enough of the heads, but you see what we're saying. So just ask us questions if it helps, and we will be your other head. Yeah. For now.
So just to kind of give them some background on what we've done. I mean, we like I said, we were on different labels. We were on another band called Simon Stinger that did well, and that band had Rick Ocasek as an A&R guy on Elektra Records, and then that kind of fell apart, and we had to regroup and rediscover ourselves, and we started getting some songs in TV and film, and then we got into Fans of Jimmy Century and started doing that, and then we actually got into another label, which is a Universal label. That didn't seem to work out so well, so we decided, you know what, we always build this together as a team. We might bring some other people on once in a while, but we're always working this together. And we just figured it out. We figured out how to make a living out of working as a team. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. our two-headed monster idea kind of came about because you know, that's what we do is we work together as a team, you know, as far as like we have a video production company, a voiceover company. We do backing tracks besides bands. We also do a lot of songs for TV and film and do the band stuff. And everything is always a collaboration. You know, it's like we're writing songs. I'll come up with the music, give it over to her. She'll do the melody, give it back to me, and we'll sit in a room together and we'll pound it out until the song, you know, gets right, and then we actually release it, and then we kind of come up with ideas of how we're going to market it together. You know, mine's usually video stuff. Hers is usually going on, you know, IMDb and looking up, you know, music supervisors and that kind of thing. And so we're always just working as a team. But you want to explain to them a little bit about our, you know, the gatekeeper blocking.
Well, I think just going back to the, you know, the super duo stuff, you know, I think the trick is to find someone to work with who has skills that you don't, and that's what's always worked in our favor. So again, if you're working alone on something, on a goal, whatever you have, just, you know, write a couple questions that you have in the comments, and hopefully we can help. We've been through a lot, you know. We've and in all aspects, not just music, but we have a lot of ideas on how you start a business. We've always worked for ourselves. I think I worked for 24 Hour Fitness like for a second. Yeah. And I hated it. You know, Victor and I hate authority. So again, we have a lot of tips, we have a lot of life hacks that we can offer. So, but getting back to the labels that we've been on and all of that, you know, and the concept of making it, which is the topic and the title of this first podcast that we're doing, the 2019 definition of making it, throughout our entire career doing this, and this has been quite a few years now, there have always been gatekeepers at every turn, you know, telling us what we could do, what we couldn't do, what we, you know, basically taking control over everything that we were doing. And the concept of gatekeepers is just completely null and void now. You know, it's just such a new, if you know, when you think of the term making it, so, you know, we all have different definitions of that, but I think that one common definition of that is becoming quote unquote famous. Right. So if you take, I've thought about this recently, and if you take the word fame and you expand it to become the word familiar, let's say, right, then that word doesn't hold so much power over you. So
get closer to your mic though.
So basically what you want to do is say, okay, so I have this dream and I have this purpose and I want to share it and I want to connect with others. So basically, how many people do you want to be familiar to? How many people do you want to be familiar to? Right. How many people do you want to be familiar with? And I'm a Leo, so I want to be familiar with a lot of people. That didn't sound good either.
Again, back to that two heads. If you need more heads.
If you need more head, but yeah. Wow. Okay.
But yeah. So no, I like that concept about famous.
The fame and the familiar. I thought it was
familiar,
pretty,
yeah. I mean, because that's
clever.
What everyone tries for on Facebook. And the thing about that is, I mean, you look at the famous people right now, the Cardi B's or the Lady Gaga's or the stars on movies. Yeah. You can find those people, but then you can find a YouTuber that's just as famous and has just as many fans, and maybe he's not on radio or daytime TV, but if you go on YouTube, that guy's getting, or that girl's getting millions and millions of views, where if you look at TV shows right now, the biggest news media out is maybe getting 1 million views. Most of them are getting around 250 to 300,000 views. A little girl doing a makeup tutorial on YouTube can be more familiar than them because she's getting 3 to 6 million, views and getting corporate sponsorships. So now she's famous, and that's a whole new world that anyone can do, because anyone can start a YouTube channel and start making it big.
Right. And I think the difference between making it back then and making it now is that, aren't we all making it? We're all making it. If we're putting it out there and we're doing whatever we're here to do, and we're not resisting what we're supposed to do, we're all making it. Yes, there are different levels, but back in the day, it was us and them, and we were all to worship the ones who were actually considered to be famous or considered to have made it.
Right.
Now, that's crumbling for a variety of reasons that we can get into later.
Right.
But there isn't that us and them. There's not that wall. There's not that gate. There's nothing preventing you from being as familiar as you want to as many people as you want. Just put yourself out there. Put your face out there. You have 1 million free platforms to do that. So if that's what you want, just decide, how many people, how many people is that? Is that millions of people? Is that a niche market? There are 7.5 billion people in the world. Right. Your people are out there.
Right. I mean, if you're doing online marketing, say, or even a band or whatever you're doing, I mean, you think if you have 1,000 of the 1,000 of those 7 billion people, 7 point some billion people, just 1,000 of them paying you $10 a month for some reason, that's $10,000 a month. I could live off that. And if you have 10,000 people who's buying a song for 99 cents.
Right.
That's $10,000 a month out of 7 billion people. That's like, I couldn't even do the math on that, how minuscule that is to do. I mean, it's like back to our YouTube channel. Like when we were on Universal, we had another YouTube channel that was doing really well, and but we had no access to it. We couldn't go in and edit anything. All the subscribers it had, which it had tons and tons of subscribers, we couldn't communicate with them because it was, even though it was our name, it was owned by Universal, the label that we were on for Universal. And so when that label went away, that YouTube channel went away, and we had to start a new YouTube channel. And so far, I mean, this YouTube channel right now, it's at like 4,000 subscribers or something like that, and we're building it up. But the main thing is we built it up pretty quick because we just put up a lot of content, and so it's staying on it. So like with like say YouTube, for instance, you just got to make sure you're putting something up all the time, and something that you're going to grow a fan base.
Yeah, this is not some person that's going, oh, their video isn't good enough to be high in the search. This is an algorithm. This is a machine that's going, oh, this machine is going, oh, they put up something all the time. They're a contributor. They're valuable. Yeah. So don't trick yourself into believing that, you're not visible because it's not quality or it's not this or that.
Yeah.
This is a machine. Just be consistent and
you're gonna find a fan base. I mean, you're gonna, it's. Same thing with I mean, there's YouTube channels out there right now that have guys babbling on about nothing. It doesn't matter what their age is, if they're 15 or they're 60, they're babbling on about nothing. But as long as they're doing it consistently, they're building a fan base. There's a fan base for those people, and so
so that's they're making it, and don't think of making it in the traditional way anymore. Think of it as it's
closer to the mic, though.
Think of it as it's reciprocal now.
Right.
If you're paying me attention, I'm going to pay you attention back. It's reciprocal.
Right.
So think of it as like this circle that's going around and around, and sometimes it's you going, oh, look at me, this is what I'm doing, and then the circle keeps spinning, and then it's someone on the other side of the circle going, this is what I'm doing, and you're reciprocating energy and support and lift, and that's how it should be. This is not a one-way street. This is a two-way thing. And so many celebrities or people that we all considered had made it back in the day, it's very one-sided. Number one, people get busy.
Right.
They don't always have time. But in this day and age, don't we want more connection than that? Don't we want to reciprocate each other's, successes?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
this is it's like a revolution. Literally, it's a circle that's going around, and it hits each person in your circle. So jump into the circle,
right,
and make it happen for yourself. And we can all, it's like this amazing energy just going back and forth. This is not like, we're all just waving at the rock,
right?
Okay, and going, notice me. You know what I mean? I mean, he's just an example of someone who has, billions of people,
right,
following him. So obviously, he can't give individual attention. I'm just saying that if you're in the position where you can give attention and reciprocate, it's pretty exciting. Like the days of numbers,
right,
and stats and needing really, really high numbers. Who cares? Numbers are all gamed anyway. Numbers are mostly all gamed. I went through the other day and I cleaned out our channels.
Right.
We've Fans Jimmy
Well,
Century.
because we had labels that would buy stuff.
Well, sure. And so Fans Jimmy Century, but what I was cleaning out were these non-active users. Because, we've been together, now Fans Jimmy Century, we're going on like 11 years. So we have longevity. Our band has been together for a while.
Right.
So, our Twitter account has a lot of dead followers.
Dead tweets. Deadheads.
Deadhead tweets. So I got rid of a lot of those. And it was exciting to like cleanse those sites out.
Right.
Because I felt like I could look at the number and go, wow, I can actually get to know all of these people who are following us.
Yeah, but you don't have to get to know everyone.
Well, no, I don't mean it that way. I just mean be aware of who's in your atmosphere.
Right.
Be aware of it. Stop, going with blinders on.
Yeah, no, but it's like The Rock too. I mean, you're pointing at The Rock. The thing about The Rock though is like I can guarantee you, if he's trying to figure out how to run a camera, his own little, iPhone camera, he's going to go on YouTube and find out. I'm not just keep pushing YouTube, but he's going to go on YouTube or a platform like that to see a tutorial. And so he's actually supporting that person, because everything's not so much about how many people you have, but it's about the watch time. So even bands like Postmodern Jukebox, they just kept putting up content, and now they're touring the world and they don't have a label. They just
right.
And look at Marshmello. He doesn't have a label. He
right.
just kept putting up content.
Well, yeah, and the tables have turned now.
Yeah.
Everybody is trying to be
right.
people like all of us, right? They're all trying to be people like all of us, meaning we own our brand, we own our likeness, we own our content.
Yeah.
And, that's where you want to be in this life. Stop chasing the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to own you.
No.
So like for instance, here's a fact, for instance, United Masters, who distributed Best of My Generation, our song, the NBA ended up using that song featuring that song in a really, popular highlight reel of Giannis. We own that. So, and
Yeah.
United Masters are, they're pushing you
Mike.
to their whole tagline is signed to yourself.
Right, yeah.
So stop if you're trying, and we're not talking just about music. We're talking about anybody who's trying to take away your rights. Everybody else,
right.
The stars that you know and love are trying to get their rights back.
Yeah.
So stop trying to give it away.
And that's the one thing about, about us. We've always owned our rights. And the labels that we did get on, we fought with them to keep our rights. And that was pretty frowned upon. But, all of the placements that we've had and that kind of stuff pays our bills, So, people, might look at, say our YouTube channel and say, okay, well, right now they only have like 4,000 subscribers, or our Twitter, and say, okay, they only have like X many, followers and that kind of thing. But we own all of our rights. So we get paid enough to pay all our bills. And this time next year, we'll get paid enough to pay our bills and put away savings. And then by this time, the following year, it's even going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because, no one owns us. We own every single thing that we do, and we keep it in the family.
Yeah.
We have some other people we work with, that's part of our circle, but it's mainly me and Alicia, our two heads banging it out and making sure that, we keep each other stable and that we keep all our rights. But now that is the biggest thing about being famous now is, you can go out and as long as you put the time and effort into it, you can be as big as you can possibly be.
Yeah.
Because,
you have to get familiar to people.
Yeah.
You've got to get your brand out there. And, if you don't have anyone to help you, then ask us. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We want everybody to make it. You're here for a reason. You already won. Right. You were given the gift of life on this planet. So you're already a lottery winner.
So you did already win.
Yeah, you've already won. You're already special. This because you were planted here.
Yeah.
So, remember that society planted the seed in us long ago that the people that you thought had made it, that they deserved it more than you.
Right.
Or that they were the chosen ones. And they're not the chosen ones. And I think the way that everything has evolved, now the universe, it's ripe. So the landscape is ripe for exactly that, for coming up and realizing that you're here and you've already won. Yeah. So stop acting like you're less than.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially because, before, that's what all like news media and that kind of stuff, because it was basically a paid to play, and a lot of them were born into it. If you look at all the big stars, their parents were already someone, and then
which there's nothing wrong with that lottery.
No, but I'm just saying. But the thing is they did keep everyone down. It was like, no, I'm sorry, you're not part of the gang.
Right.
Some people might sneak through once in a while, but still, right. They weren't part of the gang.
Make your own circle. That's what I'm saying.
Well, now you can. Now you can make your own circle because of social media. Even though it's the devil, but it's also not the devil. It's kind of a two-headed monster.
Yeah.
Because
we're a two-headed monster in a good way.
Yeah, but I mean, so is social media.
Not an evil way.
It's horrible because you see people out there with this incredible life, but I can guarantee you that 90% of that incredible life's not real. It's fake. But the thing is, you can make an incredible life because social media is free. And then, of course, you want to get, if you are an artist like us, or if you're doing some kind of home, networking, marketing, or some kind of home company, whatever. But we're going off of being an artist. If you're an artist or a musician or whatever, you start building your brand on all these social medias, and then after you start making a little money, then you start paying for some advertising on those things, like YouTube doing some roll-over ads. Or to sum up.
Isn't that a Friends reference? I don't know if you guys have seen our Baby Makers series, but we are very inspired by lots of Friends dialogues.
But anyhow, so this is what we mainly want to do with this podcast is we want to know what you guys have to what you guys think and what you guys are doing to maybe better yourself and maybe build a community. So please, leave us some comments and stuff like that. Or, we have our little buddy over here, answering the comments, and let's work out some things to talk about. If you guys have questions about like how we do the things that we do and maybe make a living at it, or, and not have to work for someone else, definitely ask that. Or if you guys have suggestions.
Oh, we can definitely help you with that. Yeah. We don't want you working for anyone.
Yeah. And we never have, we will once in a while. But But if you guys maybe have some ideas, maybe make a video and do that, and we'll come over and see your live stream and help out. But let's build a community and get these life hacks out together. I mean, Alicia, we spend a lot of time walking in the morning, drinking coffee.
Let's be each other's two-headed monsters.
And discussing what we're going to do next.
They cannot be killed.
Yeah. But I'll tell you the thing that works best with us is, so Alicia will come up with ideas, and then I'm the one who figures out how to make them work. And then after I figure out how to make them work, she's the one.
Then I get bored and I do something else.
No, but you're the one who organizes them all, and then make sure that with that, I'm not a very good organizer. So she'll come up with ideas, or I'll come up with an idea, and I'll figure out how to make them work. And then, but I'll lose my train of thought, and I'll go off and start doing something else. And if I didn't have someone like you to write down notes, and I mean, she has notes. If you could see what is all over in front of us,
for this.
There's notes just posted everywhere, like Post-its.
It's like,
yeah.
I mean, I was resisting this so much, doing this without notes. But you have to do it off the cuff. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. No. But she's the note maker, and the thing is that keeps us organized. But I couldn't do that. So the stuff that we've achieved, and we've achieved a lot, and we haven't achieved as much as some, but we've achieved more than others.
Well, it's kind of like the concept of making it. What do you consider making it? Give yourself credit for what you've already done.
Right.
But you better push yourself to do more. We don't have like a million years on this planet. You better do it now. But
the thing is, what I'm saying is I wouldn't be able to achieve half the things that I achieve if I didn't have her organizing it. And she couldn't achieve half the things that she achieves if she didn't have me figured out how to do it.
Yeah, and if you are a couple, find something that you both love and do it together. Because that whole couples goals, couples empire thing, that stuff is great.
Yeah, no,
it works. You motivate each other. If you don't have a significant other, do it with your buddy. Do it with a partner. Do it with anybody who has the same goal.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. But it is easier. It's so much easier. And find someone who has skills that you don't have, and then click.
And the thing is, what's important is not just find someone who has skills you don't have, but find someone that has skills that you don't have, and you have skills that they don't have,
well,
and that's what builds.
What I mean. Reciprocate.
Yeah. So it because that's what me and Alicia we're great together because of the fact that I have all the skills that she don't have, and she has all the skills that I don't have, and together
doesn't have
English.
See, English skills.
She's an English major, and I walked out of school when I was young. but that's the thing.
Worst speller I've ever known in my life.
Yeah, but
worst speller ever.
Thanks to Google.
If you're a worst speller, let me know, because I'll correct all of it. I will copyright your stuff.
Yeah, but see, thanks to Google.
Read.
Oh, thanks to Google, I don't have to spell good. I have you and Google to do that for me.
I don't have to spell good.
I don't have to spell good. I don't have to spell correctly. I don't have to spell. Well, I don't give a shit. But it just makes your stomach turn, don't it? But anyhow, so
doesn't it?
Let's build a community here. Let's keep these comments coming in and give us ideas for more podcasts, because it's like this is our first one, so we're new at it. But definitely, if you guys have comments, Alicia will make lists.
I will make lists for you of stuff and life hacks. But now to sum up. I want to give a little life hack, and it might sound really stupid, but I'm telling you, this works. If you are trying to lose weight.
Is this, this is a life hack.
This is my favorite life hack of all time that I made up. I didn't find it on Google. I made it up. If you are trying to lose weight and you
she's fat.
And you like baklava, I had like 5 pounds that I could not lose. I was just trying to lose it. You know how the last 5, it's always really hard. So I started buying raw slivered almonds, and you take the slivered almonds, you take honey, you take cinnamon and a pinch of salt, and you mix it all up, maybe even a little raw coconut, but without the coconut, you mix it all up, and it tastes just like baklava.
It does taste
like baklava.
It tastes just like
baklava.
Yep.
So
Right.
So it satisfies your sweet tooth, and you can have that little snack, and you will lose weight.
Yeah.
Because it'll fill you up.
Well, I want to give a life hack.
Do you have any?
I do. Yeah. No. So I quit smoking 20 days ago, and
Snap.
and I've been smoking for 16 years. Something like that, and so I thought, and it was.
We had broken up for 2 months, and he started smoking, so he kind of blames it on me.
I do, yeah, I totally blaming it on it. But then I liked it, and I just didn't want to stop. But I came to the point where I had to stop. Anyhow,
Tell him why. Give him the reason why.
No, well, I was turning gray. I was turning like my whole skin. Everything on me was turning gray, and I was just
ash.
Yeah, like ash, like my dad did before he passed. So I was like, no, I'm sorry, I'm done. But the thing about here's my life hack. So
it was like the corpse filter.
Yeah, I get time to talk now.
Sorry.
So my life hack was quitting smoking was really hard. The first 10 days. The first 10 days was so hard. It was. I kept thinking, there's no way I can do this. I kept chewing Nicorette gum, and I broke my phone by punching it, and the first 10 days was extremely hard. The first 15, the next 5 days after the first 10 days, it was pretty hard, but it got a lot easier. And then the 5 days after that, 15 days, I don't even think about it. I have to chew Nicorette gum once in a while because I can't figure out why I get this weird whooshiness. And then I don't think about smoking anymore, but I need nicotine, a little bit of nicotine, and I get that whooshiness if I don't have nicotine. So I take a piece of gum, and I'm down to like 2 pieces of gum today. Well, here's my life hack. If you're smoking, in 20 days of your life, you can stop, even though it sucks. It's only going to really suck for 20 days.
Yeah.
For 10 days, it's really going to suck. For 15 days, And the 20th day, it's not a big deal at all, except that little bit of wishiness. But, I mean, you just take 20 days out of your life and stop. That's that's my big life hack. It's right. And now that I'm past 20 days, I look back and I think, wow, it didn't even seem that hard.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing that the body is that forgiving, that even smoking for your whole life, you can get it back in 20 days.
Yeah, my whole life, because I'm 16.
Mm-hmm.
I started smoking.
Well, no, I just mean how forgiving your body is.
No.
With bouncing back.
But it's just that's just another thing. It's just just make up your mind and do it because it didn't take that long. It was like
no.
I figured, oh my God, this is gonna suck for the rest of my life. It sucked for 20 days. It sucked for 10 days, 15 days. It kind of sucked. In the last 5 days, it's been. I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, vanity is a healthy motivator.
Yeah, but it wasn't vanity.
When you look at yourself,
it was just gray.
I was
like, I'm gonna die.
Just the way you look. If you're looking at yourself from an outside perspective, which you were, because you were looking at yourself on camera, and you're like, I'm gray.
I'm gray. Yeah.
And I look like I'm dead.
Not my hair. My skin was gray. I looked like a walking zombie. But seriously, 20 days. I mean, you can stop in 20 days, and it's just not that hard.
Yeah.
20 days. I mean, if you're getting ready for your taxes, it takes 20 days.
Right.
And that's just as stressful.
Even if it took a year to get over it, it would be worth your health. But it takes literally 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, it takes 10 days. Then the third week kind of sucks a little bit, not too bad, not even much at all. And the last 20 days, nothing. I mean, it's nothing. I don't even think about smoking anymore, and not even someone's walking around me. So do it.
Yeah, but there you go. If you need help quitting smoking,
yeah,
there you go.
But if you also
ask Victor, and if you need help losing weight, ask me. We have more life hacks on both of those things.
Yeah.
Just as a little aside.
Yeah, and if you're in music and you want to know what we do for and how we make a living doing it, and we make a living at it, and by this time next year it's even going to be better than making a living at it. We'll do that. But you have to. What was the word you were looking at? You have to form that circle with us. You have to tell us what you're doing to also achieve your goals. So
yeah, because or else the energy is really stale.
Yeah.
That is the worst energy. When it's not reciprocated.
No.
I mean, it is it's got to be to stay exciting and lift.
Right.
It has to be reciprocated. So,
but also
whatever we can do, let us know.
Yeah, and more than that too is that they might be having ideas that we don't in life too, and our ideas might help you out. So let's reciprocate and get some more heads than are just two heads. So we need more head here. We need a lot more head.
Yeah, we need more head.
So
if you find yourself wanting more head,
then
come back
to two heads are better than one.
To the next episode. No, we're not called Two Heads Are Better Than One.
I know.
We're called
Two-Headed Monster. Right.
Because
right.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it cannot be killed.
Right. And also, it's just a cool name.
I think in some movies, the two-headed monster is killed.
But he's never really killed.
Not really.
Nothing
always
really
comes back.
dies.
He always comes back. There's always a sequel.
Nothing really dies. It just changes form.
Mm-hmm. To sum up.
Yeah, to sum up. So anyhow, hey, hopefully, guys, we're going to be doing this, all the time. And I'm not quite sure if it's going to be once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Sometimes I think we'll do it random because I think it gets stale if you hold yourself to a really strict. So,
But definitely we're going to be, and these will be up as podcasts too. So make sure you check those out and come back and also check out our other videos because the music's good and we're funny as fuck. So
I can't wait to see what you guys have written because it'll help us for next time. And, we'll help you. If you want our help, we're here.
Yeah, and I think someone did a super chat, so we really appreciate that.
I don't know if you know that we live in Las Vegas.
Well, yeah, we do live in Las Vegas.
We live in Las Vegas.
We live in Las Vegas, yes.
So if you need some little Vegas hacks, we probably have those too.
We have those too, yeah. Just let us know. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Let's think of a thing like, like the dating game used to do. And you say, not the dating game one. Let's not take that one. Let's do our own thing. Like a two-headed monster thing.
Okay, so what would that be?
We're
going to make this up on the spot. Ready?
Get together. Like two heads.
That's weird. And then then jump back. Oh, let's moonwalk on the table.
No, it's got to be a two-headed monster thing. Like.
Oh, Phoebe. Ready? Phoebe, ready?
Oh, yeah.
That ready? Wait, dance. Go.
Wait, right. Are you looking at your camera? Or are we supposed to? Oh,
I'll look at my camera. You look at your camera. Ready? Dance, go. All right, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you next time, and come back and enjoy our other videos.
Thank you for coming.
Also, watch our adult film thing.
Parodies.
There's going to be
it's called the Baby Makers series, and we actually started them to promote the Baby Makers music that we're putting out. It's kind of 70s. Covers.
You can get a taste of the song the first song.
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Yeah, you can get a taste of it on at the end of each video, and
and we're gonna keep doing it. We have an official video shoot that we'll be doing in May, and
it's the porn rap party is the official video.
Yeah, it'll be like the rap party for the fake fictional porn that Hunter ST and Tiger Girl are directing. But we're doing all of them to promote the EP that we have coming out called
The
Music.
Baby Makers.
No, Music from the Baby Makers series EP. So you'll be able to find that. We're going to release it on YouTube.
Yeah,
that'll be the launch of that music.
Yeah,
and then eventually on the other platforms.
Yeah, right. Okay. We're out of here.
We out.
Okay, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Ready?
Crazy mother.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Two-Headed Monster podcast. If ever you find yourself in need of more head, tune in again. Nobody'll know. Later.